alaikum, bienvenue, welcome, willkommen to this, the second edition of the Union for Mediterranean Trade and Investment Forum.
That it costs over $440 and 53 hours to trade across border in the MENA region, which is 4 times longer and 3 times more expensive than trading across border in the OECD countries. This means, of course, a lost opportunity, but it also means a huge potential for promoting South-South cooperation and trade integration in our region, UfM region.
We have to have employment as a central component, a central part of not just the national development agenda, but also all the necessary sectoral policies and sectoral initiatives, including trade.
On trade and investment, we have learned our lessons from the crisis. We are in the process of rethinking our EU trade policy to make it more resilient and better adapted to the new realities.
Donc, en tant qu'opérateur marocain industriel dans le secteur du textile, nous travaillons constamment pour écourter au maximum les chaînes d'approvisionnement dans l'objectif d'être plus réactifs sur le marché.
But let's not make a mistake. The most impressive support schemes will ultimately be in vain if all what we try to do is to recreate business as usual.
Europa, die Europäische Union braucht starke Partner in der europäischen Nachbarschaft. Denn der Klimawandel, die Migration, Corona lösen wir nur gemeinsam oder nicht.
We as African have made a proposal to the European Union that in the future we could consider of having an Africa-EU free trade agreement.
Dreaming about having a regional integration between the countries that are south of the Mediterranean.
Let's search for the right investments that will create jobs and make sure that the trade will still work and move forward.
I think we have a huge opportunity in the region to invest more in digital services. Because there we do not have the same, let's say, barriers to trade, not only with neighboring countries, but essentially all the way down south across the African continent, but also servicing the European Union and even the US.
25 years after the Barcelona process, how can we see the relationship between trade and job creation? In other words, how can trade effectively contribute to the creation of jobs, and particularly in the southern Mediterranean region?
Trade assistance and investments are, I think, the guarantee that the benefit of trade will really go into the creation of jobs.
We have the ability to produce sustainable energy at a very, very competitive price, and the most competitive price worldwide.
Investments in the digital economy. This is huge. It has come up in different forms. This is an area that countries need to prioritize for investment.
Will also contribute to finance a future UfM hub for jobs, trade and investment. In order to continue today's productive dialogue.
We have, much more concretely right now, the question of COVID recovery funds. Those can also be used. We don't just have to use them to recover, we can use them to recover, to move forward, to leap forward. We can also start looking at the digitization question, which has been thrown into such sharp relief in these last 6 months with COVID, as being the great opportunity to take that leap forward. Now, that implies for our trade agreements, we need to start looking also much more at e-commerce issues, at services, at all the things that are linked with it. And again, the other dimensions that came out of this, let's look at the green economy. What are the green questions that we can see coming up? Because we can see a sharp relief with COVID of a new world that is emerging. Let's take advantage of that.